How are you doing tonight?
Oh, doing pretty well. How about yourself?
Doing really well. The weather's it brings my spirits up.
I just spent the last 2 days out in Pittsburgh. Just got home an hour ago, and it was for the past 2 days. It was 80 degrees out there.
Oh
I
my
was not.
goodness.
I was not prepared for that. I didn't pack correctly for that kind of weather.
That's a little much.
Yeah.
Yes. So, you're from the York area, just in case there are people joining us tonight who don't know who you are, and if you want to tell a little bit about yourself and what you're going to do for us tonight.
Yeah. Well, I am a musician. I currently live in York, originally from the Pittsburgh area. I really consider myself primarily a bass player, but I do play guitar and have fun pretending to be a guitarist. And I've always been interested in roots music of many forms, and blues is probably about my favorite. And for the members of the Blues Society would know that for the past issue of the Blues Society magazine, I wrote an article about Piedmont blues. So I thought I'd extrapolate a little bit on that by playing some things. Mostly want to focus on the musicians that I focused on in that article, which would be Blind Blake, Blind Willie McTell, Blind Boy Fuller, Reverend Gary Davis. So I'll get as much in as I can in the
Okay.
amount of time that I have.
All right.
But I suggest everybody look these people up and immerse yourself in this music because it's a whole different scene than the Mississippi Delta blues or the Chicago blues or even Memphis blues. It's a very different thing. I'm going to start off with a song that, well, it falls into the Piedmont blues category. It's been played as a fiddle tune by Appalachian fiddlers. It started off its life as a minstrel song in the minstrel shows following the Civil War. It's a song called The Colored Aristocracy, and it goes like this.
That was great. I have never heard that before as a fiddle player. I wrote that down so I could look it up since you said it
It
was
was
original.
first recorded by the New Uptown City Ramblers in 1937
Oh, wow.
and done as a fiddle tune. I do it more as a cakewalk, which is how I think it was originally done. So there's no recorded versions of it that way, though. Uh, go to Reverend Gary Davis, who started off as a Piedmont player. He was from Durham, North Carolina. And, well, this is one of his songs from that period. He had two periods his secular music and then his religious music. And this is from his first period when he was in North Carolina. You may know this uh, ended up in a slightly different version on a Jackson Browne album, actually.
Hmm.
about 4:30. Somebody knocking on my back door. It's cocaine running all around my brain. See that woman all dressed in black, and I think I'm gonna get her back with some cocaine running all around my brain. Mama, mama, look here quick. Oh, cocaine gonna make me sick. Cocaine running all around my brain. You take Sally, I'll take Jane. They both good looking, but they ain't the same. They both want cocaine running all around my brain. You take Sally, I'll take Sue. Ain't no difference in between the two. They both want that cocaine running all around my brain. Doctor, doctor, look here quick. That old cocaine gonna make me sick. Cocaine running all around my brain.
All right. Reverend Gary.
So that's from his non-religious period. Then when he became Reverend Gary Davis, he did stuff like this, and it goes. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Said you don't believe in Jesus, and not a word that he said. When he come all the way down Nazareth's grave, raise him from the dead. Long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Say, shot out over the water, I won't be here long. Holy Ghost is my witness, angels won't do me no harm. Long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. And here's a song, a lot of people have done this, and it is, as far as I can trace it back, it does come from the Piedmont area. Gary Davis did it, a lot of people have done it. In fact, Chuck Berry stole one of the verses from it for his song It Wasn't Me. But anyway, it goes like this. This is my version of it. It takes more from the Piedmont style of doing it. Nickel is a nickel, a dime is a dime. You meet a new girl, she walks fine. Tell me, how long do I have to wait? Can I get you now? How long must I hesitate? Eagle on the dollar says, in God we trust. You say you want a man, you want to see that dollar first. Now tell me, how long do I have to wait? Can I get you now? How long must I hesitate? rocks in the ocean and the fish in the sea. They know you mean all of the world to me. Tell me, how long do I have to wait? Can I get you now? How long must I hesitate? Here's the Chuck Berry verse. German girl from England who was going home to France told me that she met me Saturday at the Thursday night dance. Tell me, how long do I have to wait? Can I get you now? How long must I hesitate?
All right.
Oh, thank you.
Hesitation blues, is that?
Hesitation blues, yeah.
Right. All right.
Yeah, most people do it a little bit more like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I tend to hit it in a little more ragtimey kind of feel, which is sort of what a lot of the Piedmont blues is. A very close thing. Is it? I always thought it was an attempt by a single musician to either be a guitarist, either be playing like a ragtime pianist, or like a small string band or a ragtime band.
Okay.
Because a lot of it has a walking bass line and carrying a melody in the treble along with it. So it's just fun stuff.
Yes.
One of the big Piedmont players was Blind Willie McTell, and he's very famous for a song that sorry about that. The guitar seems to be slipping here tonight. He's mostly famous for a song that the Allman Brothers made famous, called the Statesboro Blues. And everybody knows the Allman Brothers version. I don't know how many people have heard the way Blind Willie McTell originally did it. And it's sort of more like this. I'm not saying I ain't as good as Blind Willie McTell was, but this is kind of the feel of it. Wake up, mama, and turn your lamp down low. Now wake up, mama, won't you turn your lamp down low? Where'd you get the nerve now to throw me from your door? Woke up this morning, had the Statesboro Blues. Woke up this morning and I had the Statesboro Blues. I looked over in the corner. Grandma seemed to have them too. Once had a girl, she was the sweetest thing that I'd ever seen. Once had a woman, she was the sweetest thing that I'd ever seen. You know, she treated me like the king. She was a doggone queen. Lord Big 80 left Savannah, now she would not stop. Should have seen that old fireman when he got the boiler hot. I'm saying, reach down in the corner, mama, hand me my traveling shoes. Want you to know right now, goddamn Statesboro Blues. Oh, sister, tell your uncle, uncle, tell your auntie, auntie, tell the cousin, cousin, tell your brother now. Woke up this morning, had them Statesboro Blues. Gonna take me a fine woman, take one or two more too.
Very nice. That's a real nice version.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Uh, so, promised I would say there's one thing. I'm going to tell a little story. I was seeing in the Blues Letter talking about the old days with the Thursday nights.
Hmm.
And used to play a lot of times up at the Low Keel. But a lot of times there was another place down in Steelton. I believe it was called the Roma. And everybody just called it Rat's Place because that was the guy that owned it, had a nickname of Rat. And this place was one of the funkiest bars you'll ever have seen in your life. The space for the band was about 5 by 6, and it was right in front of the men's room door.
Oh my goodness.
So everybody to go to the men's room had to walk through the band. There were holes in the ceiling. There were holes in the walls. The bar was up at the front, and it was a round bar. And the coolest thing about it was an old, like, I guess, Croatian bar. Most of the people that started off going there were Croatian extraction that were working in the steel mills. So the jukebox was like half of 1/3 modern pop music, 1/3 blues, and 1/3 Croatian music.
Wow.
And it was crazy. You'd be in there. Oh, and there would be fights. And I remember one time watching Rat, who was at that time probably in his 70s. Someone was belligerent and starting a problem. And he just got up off his, always wore a big white apron, took the apron off and threw it down and got up off his stool, walked over and just grabbed the guy by the scuff of the neck and the back of his pants and just threw him out the door right into Main Street in Steelton.
Oh my gosh.
It was a wonderful place. I loved it. But what would happen is he'd have bands on Thursday nights starting at 9:30,
Oh wow.
and the jam at the Low Keel would end at 10.
Hmm.
So everybody would come down from the Low Keel afterwards, and it was a great gig. If you got a gig at Rats on Thursday night, because you knew there was going to be a lot of people and there'd be a lot of musicians, and it just turned into an extension of the jam.
Yeah,
It was so much fun.
that sounds like it.
So how much time have I got left here?
Oh, I'd say 10 more minutes.
10 more minutes? Okay, well, I can probably get 2 in here. Um, I'll do this one. This is another Blind Blake song called That'll Never Happen No More. Met a gal in a cabaret. She said, "Hey, Papa, won't you come my way? Dear man, know what it's about. He's waiting at home just to throw me out. Broke my nose and he split my chin. He said, don't let me catch you here again. Whooped me from the kitchen back to the door. Beat me with a chair till my head got sore. I said, that'll never happen no more. That'll never happen no more." Wind in Chicago in the winter and fall caused me to wear my overalls. I was flat broke and it was my fault. Used to eating pork and now I'm eating salt. Met a woman in a big mink fur. She had a big fat mouth so I followed her. She pulled a gun and she took my dough. Didn't leave my heart out and I didn't get sore. I said that'll never happen no more. That'll never happen no more. That'll never happen no more. That'll never happen no more.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's end up here with
time for two more.
Two more?
If you have, yeah.
Okay.
Don't try to jump off too quickly.
Now, I don't want to be a hog here. Something is not right. Let me just have 1 second here.
Okay.
Something is really wrong here, and I just tuned before this whole thing started. It's throwing me off. It's not.
What kind of guitar is that?
This is a Gibson Hummingbird.
Okay. I've seen that. I've seen you play it on the show before.
Yeah, it's of all the guitars I've ever owned in my life, this is the finest musical instrument I have ever played.
Wonderful.
I've always liked Gibson guitars. A lot of people sort of, as far as acoustic guitars go, towards Martins, but I've always liked Gibsons. They just like the sound. I like the feel of them. And the Hummingbird has just been one of those ones I always wanted, and found the right one.
Fantastic.
So let's do this one. This is. There's a great big mystery, and it sure is worrying me. It's a Diddy Wah Diddy, Mr. Diddy Wah Diddy. Somebody tell me what Diddy Wah Diddy mean. I went out and walked around. Someone yelled, "Look who's in town!" It's a Diddy Wah Diddy, Mr. Diddy Wah Diddy. Somebody tell me what Diddy Wah Diddy mean. Some little gal about 4'4" said, "Come on now, Papa, won't you give me some more of your Diddy Wah Diddy, Mr. Diddy Wah Diddy." Somebody tell me what Diddy Wah Diddy mean. I went to church and put my hat on a seat. A lady sat down on it and said, "You sure look sweet, Mr. Diddy Wah Diddy, Mr. Diddy Wah Diddy." Somebody tell me what Diddy Wah Diddy mean. I said, "Sister, I'll soon be gone. Just give me that thing you're sitting on, my Diddy Wah Diddy, Mr. Diddy Wah Diddy." Somebody tell me what Diddy Wah Diddy mean. Then I got thrown out of church 'cause I talked about Diddy Wah Diddy too much, Mr. Diddy Wah Diddy, Mr. Diddy Wah Diddy. Somebody tell me what Diddy Wah Diddy mean.
Yeah. So what does it mean?
If you don't know, baby, I ain't
All right, next song.
All right.
All right, one more.
One more. Okay, this is a song I've played this a lot in a lot of different bands in a lot of different ways, but this is going back to this isn't a Blind Blake song. This is I forget, but it doesn't really matter. This is a song called "Police Dog Blues."
All right.
All my life I've been a traveling man. All my life I've been a traveling man. Staying alone and doing the best I can. Ship my trunk down to Tennessee. I ship my trunk on down to Tennessee. It's hard to tell about a man like me. Met a little gal, I couldn't get her off of my mind. I met a little gal, I couldn't get her off of my mind. That passed me up and said she didn't like my kind. I'm afraid to bother around her house at night. Afraid to bother around her house at night. Got a police dog craving for a bite. His game is rambling when he gets a chance. His game is rambling when he gets a chance. Likes to leave his mark on everybody's pants.
Oh, that was awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much. Happy to be here.
Thank you for coming and singing for us and giving us some more history lessons. We really enjoy that part of your show every time you come.
Well,
Really, I learn something every time.
like Diddy Wah Diddy.
Diddy wah diddy. That's right. Well, thank you, Dr. Mo.
Thank you very much.
We look